The secrets to cold calling and getting more deals on the phone is that I have been cold calling for over 10 years now, 11 years to be exact, and even before that. And the first rule is that we have to keep our number clean. I know I have been calling for days and got no answers, only to find out my number was marked spam. You never use your cell phone number when you cold call. In fact, you should never use your cell phone, period, unless they're an actual client who deserves to get your cell phone number. If you call somebody that is on the do not call list, which I recommend you do not call anybody on the do not call list. You need to scrub your list. You need to make sure that that is done correctly. The systems that I talked about the different cold calling systems. Some of those systems will automatically get rid of do not call for you, so you don't even have to worry about it, okay? So if you haven't watched that video, go back and watch that video. It is in my YouTube channel. So what I recommend is you use a system called CallRail. Now, callrail.com allows you to create multiple different phone numbers in any area. So you may have heard of virtual wholesaling before or virtual selling. What they're doing is they're just getting numbers that are in a specific area and they're calling, and it appears as if that person is in my area because they're using a zip code that is in my area, an area code that is in my area. Does this make sense? CallRail is only $45 to save you from a $5,000 lawsuit. So I highly recommend that you look into it. When you get a number from CallRail, you're going to program your cell phone for any time that that number is called, it routes to your cell phone. And the moment you start to grow a sales team, which is cool, is if somebody calls that phone number, you can get that call routed to 4 or 5 people on your sales team, 2 or 3 people on your sales team. And then there's a whisper message that will say, call from Mojo, call from client, call from whatever the case may be, and you know where that call is coming from. One of the issues with cold calling is that a lot of people get into it and they'll call for 1 day, they'll call for 2 days, and they get told go jump off a bridge 1,000 times and they let it affect them, and then they don't show up on Thursday to make the calls. And then they're back the next week, but they only had like 2 days of momentum. You're only going to get what you put into this business. You're only going to get what you put into cold calling. So if you put in hours, if you put in time, it will reward you back. So if you think it's going to happen right away, I hate to burst your bubble, but you're going to have to lower your expectations. And you have to understand that there's a 90-day cycle, meaning from the time you get started to the time you get a deal, it could take 90 days for you to ramp up and get there. That is 3 months. So when you go month 1 with no deal, when you go month 2 with no deal, just remember the 90-day cycle. The snowball effect is you start with one call, one tiny little snowball, and you keep going, another call, another call, another call, and you're rolling the snowball up in more and more snow. Another call, another call, another call, another call, another call, and then finally the snowball gets so big that it finally starts to roll, and when it finally starts to roll, that's when you do deals. Most people have a hard time rolling. They get tired, their hands hurt, their mind hurts, their brain hurts, whatever the case may be, and they stop. So keep going. Make the next call. Even when you think you shouldn't, that's why you should. Don't go home early when everyone else is. Stay your ass in the office. Stay on the phone. This works if you work. Do me a favor. Share this with someone you love. Appreciate you guys all. Check out the systems video if you haven't. I'm going to share more secrets and tips to cold calling, so make sure you catch the videos. Appreciate all of you tuning in. Let's go.